Teip is a Chechen and Ingush tribal organization, a clan, self-identified through descent from a common ancestor and geographic location. There are about 130 to 233 teips. More than 20 teips originated from newcomers, in particular Avars, Kumyks, Jews, Georgians, Russians, Turks. The types descending of non-Ingush and non-Chechen ancestors are called impure teips. A teip's internal dynamic is based on honor and blood feuds plays major role. The teip membership and the tukum membership defined the social position of a Chechen. The lack of any affiliation of a person can be described as this man has neither a teip nor a tukum. Traditional teip rules and features. Common teip rules and some features: the right of communal land tenure, common revenge for murder of a teip member or insulting of the members of a teip, unconditional exogamy, election of a teip representative for tukum council of elders, election of a headman, election of a military head in case of war, election of a teip council of elders without property qualification, open sessions of the council of elders, equal right of all members of the council of elders, the right of the teip to depose its representatives, representation of women by male relatives, the right of the adoption of outside people, the transfer of property of departed to members of the teips. Every teip has a name derived from the ancestor. The teip has a defined territory in a traditional mountain. The teip had a teip tower or another building, a natural monument convenient as a shelter, e.g. a fortress, cave or rock. In the past the teip had its own godhead. The teip had specific festivities, customs, traditions and habits. The teip had an own teipi cemetery. There was a common teip hospitality. List of teips. Below is a list of teips with the tukum to which it belongs. A short description, relation to the Russian-Chechen conflict and notable members. Chebaloi tukum Djaloi Makajoi, one of the most feared teips in Chechnya, known for extreme violence. Rigakoi Buni, Sharoi tukum, Shotoi tukum Varandoi, one of the best-known highland teips of outer roots according to Russian accounts. Aki tukum, Maalki tukum, Nokmak-Kakoi tukum Alaroi. Notable members: Aslan Maskadov, 3rd President of the Chechen Republic of Ichkeria Belgatoi, Benoi, probably the largest teip with roughly 36,000 members. Sometimes referred to as a sort of sub-tukum. Biltoi teip in Novouyatovsky district. Dishny Vedano, Goiti, Chartoi, one of the original teips *** Chermoi, mostly populates Mekskiti village. Also dominates in the mountains of Chermoi Lam. Centoroi, one of the largest eastern teips. Ilistanchoi, from the Selo of Katuni in Vedinsky district. Moved to Aldi near Grozny. Enganoi, dispersed throughout the Chechen Republic. It is considered that many Muslim imams originate from here. Ursanoi, eastern teip in the Nokchimok region in Shalinsky and Gud-Ermesky districts. Zhandargenoi, from historic center of Chechen Republic called Nokchimoka. Gordoloi, supporters of the separatist movement. Gunoi, also known as White Gunoi. This northeastern teip. Karachoi **Yarkoi, **Ostoi tukum, Zandakoi, from the mountain village of Zandak. Turloi tukum Beshny, a highland southeastern teip, has its own mountain. Beshny Lam, Chinkoi, teip with pro-federal position. Chanti tukum Chanti. Tukum is not known. Chinakoi Marshaloi, Mulkoi, a small highland teip in Shatoysky district. Nashkoi, ethnogenetic center of Nokchimatnins in the Middle Ages. Pashkoi, Satoi, aristocratic teip from Beltoj. Turkoi, Turkic teip. Konkoi, a small teip located in the region of Galanchora. Kalkoi Highland Teip, Yalkoroi. The Yalkorwa village is named after this Teip. Zumse Highland Teip, Zersakoi, ethnic minority Teips. Teip-based assimilation. Historically, if non-Chechen minorities living in Chechen lands wanted to take part in the political processes of the Chechen nation, and integrate into it, they would request admittance as an ethnic Teip. They would continue, for a time, to speak their other languages, but also learn Chechen, due to the encouragement of Teip exogamy. As the generations passed, they would come to be heavily intermarried into the Chechen nation and as a result, be slowly Chechenized culturally and linguistically. The level of Chechenization varies between these foreign origin Teips, with some well preserving the cultural traits and others not. They are nonetheless known as impure Teips for their foreign origin. The loyalty to the nation is not any more in question than a Chechen origin Teip. In total, there are at least 45 Teips which officially declare the non-Chechen heritage. However, it is highly likely that there are many other Teips with foreign origin who simply forgot the long-past ancestry. However, any such speculation on an individual Teip's origins contradicting their own official beliefs is highly controversial. A notable modern example of the formation of an ethnic Teip is the Germans who lived among the Chechens during their exile in Kazakhstan and Siberia. During even as short a period of 13 years, the Germans decided to join the Teip system, and the new German Teip was founded by M. Weissett, whose relatives still lived mainly in Germany. There have also been several periods where Jews living in Chechnya founded their own Teip, which is still in existence, though it has shrunk considerably due to the flight of people from Chechnya due to the brutal war. There are also Teips that were formed, sometimes temporarily, by Russians, Poles or Ukrainians. There are a handful of peoples which actually have more than one ethnic Teip in the Teip system. There are 2 Russian Teips, 2 Circassian Teips, 6 Georgian Teips, and 30 Dagestani Teips, made up of the peoples of Dagestan. Most ethnic Teips are not incorporated into Turks. Incorporation of former Nak peoples, foreign origin but not impure Teips. Also, 2 Chechen Turks, Malzhinsk, are thought by some to have originally been separate Nak peoples. Both Turks speak highly divergent dialects from Standard Chechen. If they are of foreign origin, they were absorbed as Turks because they already contained Teips and were much larger than a typical Teip, so they had to be absorbed as Turks. However, how separate they were from Chechens is speculative, as the relationship was most likely rather fluid. Smaller Nak peoples may have been absorbed as Teips. Amjad Jamuku wrote in his book The Chechens, a handbook, that he suspects the Chechen Teip Sadoy is actually the remnant of the Izadiks, a Nak people formerly bordering the Chechens who were wiped out in ancient times. Likewise, he suspects that the Ingush Teip Kaki is a remnant of the Kumyks, another former Nak nation that was wiped out. These Teips are not considered to be of foreign origin because their origin is Nak.